Chris. How is Mike Conley doing?
We'll see. It's going to be a game time decision. You can go through pregame warm-ups. So.
Did it come up right just coming out of the last game?
It happened on the very final play of the last game.
Okay.
I mean, it was corner 3. So.
If he's unable to go, do you look at Monte or J-Mac, or like how do you kind of account for the loss?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to have to, probably add to the rotation, which we're looking to do anyway. So. Yeah.
Chris, when you went to the 3 bigs look
in
the last game, when Mike got in foul trouble, is that look part of the answer in this game with or without Mike? And if so, what in this matchup with the Rudy, Cat, and Nas look can you get?
Yeah, sometimes it's nothing more than getting like your most skilled players out on the floor, your best players out on the floor, trying to find minutes for them. Kind of the rotation's shrunk by a player or a player and a half anyway. So that's really what it was, and the lineup looked pretty good. So,
Chris, what do you want to see out of Jaden offensively tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think just keep confident. His shot's not been falling, but he's gonna get them. Stay in the flow of the offense. He did a good job of attacking off the catch, getting downhill. Keep going to the offensive glass. Get out and run. All the things we asked him to do, I think he's fine. I mean, I know early in this series, he was a little frustrated that he wasn't shooting the ball well, but I haven't noticed that's bothering him too much lately. So.
Coach, in terms of details within a game, what intangibles are missing in the 2 games at home that were there in the first 2
games? Yeah, I mean, they were very different games. I thought the intangible in Game 3 was very much like physicality, kind of mindset stuff. We looked a step slow. Game 4 was more about composure. I thought, certainly had the beginning of the second quarter and the end of the second quarter. That was really the story of the game for me, that 5 minutes between those 2.5-minute stretches where it put 10, 12 points into the game against a team that, executes well, was making shots at a high level, doesn't beat themselves, plays at the even keel. I thought then we started like gambling defensively and kind of coming away from the game plan and doing a lot of things, just trying to make something happen, and we kind of lost our composure there. So when you look at large parts of that game, I thought we played pretty well. I thought that they made a lot of tough shots, and if it wasn't for our self-imposed meltdowns in the second quarter, I think we have a chance to take that game deeper into the fourth. So,
what helps prevent maybe a loss of composure? Is it guys collectively coming together to tell each other to move on from a bad call, or kind of how do you kind of, or what does good composure look like for you guys?
I think it's I think we were bothered by fouls we weren't getting. I think we were bothered by shots that weren't going in. We were bothered by things that were happening to us. Can't afford that. They've been playing a little bit quicker to keep us out of half court defense. They've gotten loose in transition, and a lot of that has been just kind of old habits that creep back in about getting back and losing focus and not getting on to the next play quick enough.
What is it about this building, Chris, that brings out the best in your guys?
I don't know. I mean, we've been a good road team regardless of what building we play in. I think focus is there. I've long said I love road games just because everything during the day is about the game. When you wake up, when you get to the bus, when you go to shoot around, when you come back and eat, when you nap, all that stuff is very set for you. At home, tend to be a little bit more distractions. So.
Chris, probably the best your group looked all series was in Game 2.
Yeah.
You only had certain personnel available to you
in
that game. How much do you think it was that grouping of players? Was it the urgency of a missing Rudy? And could you look at that grouping of players perhaps in Game 5 and beyond?
Yeah, we certainly can look at those grouping of players. I think, I probably could have in Game 4 shuffled the lineup a little bit to get to some of those combinations. I think maybe we'll do that more tonight, more proactively. I don't think it's certainly not a Rudy non-Rudy thing. It's not. We need Rudy to get back to being the Rudy he's been for us all season, and I'm sure that he'll show up tonight. But I think we can't cannibalize our own bench. Our benches, when our benches played well, in the second half of game one in particular, and in game two, we've had different results when our bench hasn't come in and produced, or we haven't gotten to the right combinations, which is on me. Then they've struggled. So.
Chris, if you do have to lean on Monte a little bit more tonight, how close to 100% is he right now with the hand?
Yeah, I mean, knowing Monte, he's 100%. He's ready to go. He's not gonna, there's no excuses there. I don't think anybody out there on that floor is 100% with the bumps and bruises everyone's carrying. So it shouldn't be a factor.
You mentioned Rudy being back to being Rudy.
Yeah.
He gets fined $75,000 by the league today for the gesture. Do you think the officiating gets to him and it lingers on for a few plays when you see displays as benign as they may be? Do you think it sort of sticks a little bit and he doesn't have the next play mentality?
I think sometimes he gets frustrated. I think, it's long been the case that big guys in this league, they're tough to officiate. They really are. I'm pretty sure Rudy's taking more shots to the head that haven't been called or reviewed than most people in the league. He does got people intentionally foul him a lot just to put him on the free throw line. There's a lot of physicality around there, So I'm sure at some points it does get a little bit frustrating for him. Disappointed in the gesture, in the fine. For sure, but obviously you can't be showing up the officials like that. But I'd like to see the itemized receipt, because if it's $75,000 for the money gesture, then it must be $10,000 for the towel and $15,000 for the heating pad. So it's just kind of a little bit of a head scratcher to us, but we'll wait to see.